My dog reincarnated. He died, and then 63 days later, he was reborn as a puppy in a new body. My name is Gail Graham. I write books, and I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. My new book is called Help Your Dog Reincarnate. I'm not a psychic. In fact, I'm a retired professor of management. I have no powers. I'm just an ordinary person like you. And that's what's so amazing, that something like this can happen to an ordinary person. I loved my little dog. His name was Bao, and he was all I had in the world. After he died, they let me hold him for a while. It was just after midnight. I sat there, holding him in my arms, and that's when I knew he was coming back to me. Your dog can come back to you too, or your cat, or any animal you love. All sentient beings reincarnate, and many dogs do return to their former owners. Reincarnation depends on karma, but not just your dog's karma. Reincarnation also depends on your karma. What happened to me can happen to your dog, and he can find his way back to you. It doesn't matter whether he died last week or last year or even 10 years ago. You can still be reunited. You can still be together again. But you need to listen, not with your ears, but your soul. And then you need to act on what you hear. You need to follow your instincts. You need to go with your gut. Only 2 weeks after Bao died, I knew I had to find out where he would be reborn. If I was going to find him, I'd have to know where to look. It would be to a reputable breeder. I knew that. So I sat down at my computer and searched for Shih Tzu breeders. It was the last thing in the world I wanted to do, but I did find the breeder. Her name is Jerry. And I telephoned her and I said, I want one of the puppies that's going to be born during the first week of August. And Jerry said to me, we're not expecting a litter in the first week of August. We're not even expecting a litter in August. And I said, yes, you are. Most of the people I know don't believe in reincarnation, and by now, more than one friend of mine was suggesting that maybe I needed to talk to someone. And I'll be honest with you, I had my own doubts too. Was I in denial? Was I somehow rationalizing things? Giving myself permission to get another dog to replace Bao by telling myself I wasn't really replacing him? No, that was not it. I knew that wasn't it. Because, you see, I didn't want another dog. And I certainly didn't want a puppy. I was 70 years old. A puppy has to be housebroken. Puppies chew. Puppies are active. How on earth was I going to manage a puppy? Well, the puppies were born on August 1st. Jerry emailed me a photo when they were just hours old, and I knew which one was Bao right away. It was the one with the white blaze on his tiny forehead. I went to see the puppies as soon as their eyes began to open. They were just 10 days old, and so there I was, sitting down and holding 2 of them against me, the one with the white blaze on his forehead and one of his brothers. They were about the size of little hamsters. Jerry had asked me how I was going to know which one was Bao. None of the puppies looked anything like Bao. 2 were black and white, and 2 were brown, and Bao had been blonde. There'll be a sign, I told Jerry. Somehow I'll know. She was a bit doubtful. At this age, she told me, all these puppies can do are eat, sleep, and potty. They can't really see much. Their ears are still closed. They can't hear. They can't bark. They can't walk. What are you expecting? And suddenly she stopped in mid-sentence. Well, look at that, she said. One of them is kissing you. I've never seen such a young puppy do anything like that. One of them had crept up the front of my shirt to where it was open at the neck, and he was licking me with a tiny pink tongue no bigger than my little fingernail. It was the one with the white blaze on his forehead. Well, of course it was. In this life, his name is Xing Xing, but he's Bao, and I know it, and he knows it, and everyone who knew him in his former life knows it too. Even my friend Jeannie, who doesn't believe in reincarnation, knows it. If this happened to me and my dog, it can happen to you and your dog. I can help you learn how to listen. I can tell you what to expect. I can help you answer your questions and overcome your doubts. But really, if you want your dog to reincarnate and come back to you here in this life, it's mostly up to you. So let's get started.